Hey, Scrapbook friends, it's Nicole, and I'm here with one of my older albums. This is an old CM. This is what we call the 12 by 12-ish, or what I call 12 by 12-ish. This is not the true 12 by 12, so this is somewhere prior to 2008. But I have a whole series of these. I think I have 5, maybe 6. We'll see. I'm not going to show them all to you at once, but these are our family Christmas card albums. And my husband and I got married in 1986, but for whatever reason, I don't have a lot of Christmas card photos from prior to that time. I don't know if that's when we started sending Christmas cards with photos. I don't exactly know, but was talking to somebody recently about what they do with the Christmas cards that they receive, and thought that you guys might want to see this. And there's not going to be a lot for me to talk about as far as like what I do. But basically, I just, save the photos, and then now we do more photo cards that people send to me. And it's really fun to see kind of a progression of people's kids and their families and all those things. So the title page was cut with my Cricut. I don't remember the name of this, but kind of I decided when I started doing these title pages that I'm going to do something similar, some kind of big artsy thing. This is actually some kind of I don't know what you'd call that, but prismatic, maybe glitter paper, not CM, of course. And it made it fun and festive. So we start with 1994, and you're going to see that some of my, my scrapbooking style is going to change. And I think that kind of makes it fun. This was a pre-designed page. I think that I originally, okay, I got to turn this light off. All right, better. I think that I originally had these in a non-CM album because, I started scrapbooking before Creative Memories. And then I transferred them into this. So here we've got 1994. Okay, those are all the Christmas cards photos that we got in 1994. And it's very interesting to look at this and see who I'm still getting Christmas cards from that are in this book, 1994. We got 1995. You can see I'm just using sticker letters. This one I did kind of one of my earlier collage pages. And you see back in the 90s, we were all about pens and Mrs. Grossman stickers and kind of just, decorating ourselves. I must have gone back and done this. I don't know. This was a pre-decorated page, and that doesn't seem very 1994-ish. I don't know what year I did these. It was after 2002 when I started selling CM. So 1996, again, we've got some sticker letters. I cut some ovals. I was able to fit a whole bunch of people. They were small. We used to get small pictures like the 3x5s or wallet size. So here's my friend that was already doing some kind of artsy. So she got in there. All right, 1996. Oh, sorry, I said 1995. This is 1996. And you can see every year I kind of changed the color so that we know that this is 1996. And we get to 1997. And just a simple, like a border, and to journal who the people are. I think that's super important. And you can see that I would kind of carry the same theme over the whole year. This one, I think this was a stamp because they're dimensional. So obviously I stamped them, colored them, and cut them out. And then I drew the green line and stuck that on and colored that. This is back in the days of stencils, right? So that's what we did. But you can see that that we're still in 1998. Like I'm looking at pictures now of people that like kids I know have kids of their own. So 1999, this was a fun one. I did cut everything into little Christmas ornaments. Yep, some of these are my cousins. There's us, there's me and my husband and my kids. You'll see that they've changed a lot. So I had fun with the ornaments. And sometimes, I had a picture that couldn't be cut into ornaments, so I made it, put it in a square. Curious to know if anybody's seeing themselves in these. Here we go, Y2K. This is when I was using like alphabet stencils, and I traced these and colored them in and cut them out, and just some little These are cute little stickers. I don't, what was that? Me and My Big Ideas or something? I don't know, but you can see how I just kind of carry a theme. So all the pictures from that year will be the same theme. So here we are in 2001, and I always do start kind of with our family photo. And then, you know, at the beginning, I just kind of randomly assigned the pictures, just however they would fit better. And as we get farther in, you'll see that I do it differently. So again, people that are now like grown up, married, kids of their own, it's pretty fun. So this is the same year, I guess. Oh, I guess I used this candy paper just as a little border. So super simple, but I did use, you know, a colored background to distinguish which year was which. And like I say, this is back in the old days. So my, you know, my album page was not true 12 by 12. It was that, you know, it was 12 inches from the outside of the Jeeping instead of the inside. Okay, 2002. This one was kind of fun. I did the little Christmas tree. I must have had a lot of these little light stickers. I don't know. I love Christmas bulb lights. And now we're starting to get where people were doing more of like the printed Christmas cards. Previous to this, it was more like pictures. I was getting pictures from people, or even this one that was like color printed that I cut out of their newsletter. But now we're starting to get the ones that are printed on here. And oh, okay, so here's when I started arranging it. So here, these are family and friends from my childhood. So kids, people that I grew up with. These are cousins, aunts and uncles, friends from flight school, friends from Fort Rucker. We lived in South Alabama. This was a cute one where she put it in a stocking. Friends from Germany. So, but again, just the Christmas trees. This one, there was like this technique going around. I think they called them serendipity squares, where you just took a whole bunch of stickers and put them on a piece of paper and then cut it out and double matted them in squares. And you know, it's still, I think I would do this still. I did put some little dots. I was talking to somebody recently about the technique of adding dots just onto your paper. That was a very kind of a 90s thing to do. But I think it makes a difference. I mean, you can't probably see it from far away, but when you look at it, it almost looks like there's a pattern paper behind it just by putting those little dots. So again, we started with us, my sister, my cousin, my best friend from my childhood, you know, and then cousins, and mixed it up a little bit more here. And this one was fun because I didn't really do borders. I just kind of scattered these little squares. I kind of like that. Maybe I'll do that one again. So actually looking at this is kind of interesting because some of these people I'm just not in contact with anymore. So here's one super simple, just with the 12-inch decorative trimmer. I just cut a little wavy strip and put that in. And this one I didn't really organize them. I said this was the first year we did a kids only photo. I think my husband must have been deployed. But and I hear I had some, you know, some bigger things now, and so I'm getting fewer pictures on a page, and that definitely has been an ongoing struggle, is how to fit this many people, you know, this many Christmas cards. You know, being a military family, we have lots of people we've met over the years, and put them all on. All right, 2005. I really like this one. I kind of did a color block technique. I guess that was my thing. And that way I was able to put some of these bigger pictures and then fill in the gaps with color. I like that one a lot for the pictures. And again, these are the, what are these, 4x8s, 3.5 by 8s. All right, yeah, 3 3/4. You know, I might have trimmed these down actually a little bit. You can see I've got lots more pictures now as we're getting into the, you know, these later years. And of course, by this time I was a scrapbooker, so I was doing more, you know, saving more pictures probably. They meant more to me. So here we get to 2006. Oh, these were the gold dust pages. I think they were called gold dust, but they had kind of a little speckle in them. And so I was able to use the gold dust, and I had this gold paper, and this was the geometric multi-maker, I think, and I punched it out and wove it through. So I'm, you know, sometimes I go a little bit crazy, and this is a little bit different kind of a border because I put the, you know, it's a wide border, and I overlap my pictures a little bit, but I think it looks fun. So all the same. So a lot of my friends at this point are starting to make stamped cards, and I, as someone who has been a stamper in the past, and intermittently continue to be a stamper, I know how much effort goes into those. And so I started putting some of those kind of things in my Christmas card album too. So here we go. This was the end of this one. I'm not going to show you all of them in a row, but I am going to do the next one. So this was 1994 to 2006. And then the next one I'll show you is 2007 to 2010. So obviously I got 8 years in the first book, and this next one I only got 4. So we'll see. So I like this one too. Same kind of thing, a design from the Cricut, and this same font. And here's that gold dust paper again. I don't know if you can see gold dust. I think it was called gold dust, gold sparkle, something like that. So this is when we started having perfect fit papers, I guess, from CM. So I think this was a year that I actually stamped cards and sent them out. So I put my card and my family photo on the first page. And then, oh, this is my daughter won a big scholarship. And so she went up to Washington, D.C. This is Patrick Kennedy, and then the owner of the housing company that gave us that. So another handmade card, my sister, cousins, aunts and uncles, cousins, friends. Okay, here's one. I said pull out for the best holiday newsletter we get. So I saved from one of my friends their newsletter. I have not probably looked at this in 10 years, but I'm going to go back and read it when I'm done with this video, because why did I save this? I'll pull it out and see. Why did I save it? What makes it so great? And how can I implement that? But, oh, yeah, I don't know. Just a good one. I guess they did it like a little newspaper article. And anyway, that's fun. I'm going to read that. I don't usually save the letters that people send me. I almost kind of wish that I had, because they're fun, and you can use the 8.5 by 11 side loading pages, and the staples will line up so you can put it right in here. But I didn't, and I haven't, but maybe I will. And someday I am going to do a video about a bunch of different ways you can make pockets. I just keep forgetting. This one was easy because it was all just this wallpapering with the perfect fit papers. And they're pretty, and I like them. Okay, all the same. And see, this is all still the same year. So as you can see, that's why we get to not having as many. Partly because I'm saving handmade cards, partly because more people are sending, you know, bigger cards, and I want to save those. And then here, I guess I didn't have any to fit because I used the artwork, the stickers. But so some of my online friends, is when we started kind of being online. Friends in real life, 2008. So this one I used the colored backgrounds, all of them. And then this one I went back to the old border thing. And this was one of those funky papers, and I'm not quite sure. They're like, the letters are a little bit crooked, and I hope that I did that on purpose, but I don't know, maybe I didn't. Anyway, so just easy again. You know, so many big pictures that I can't get very many on a page. I don't necessarily try to keep the borders from being covered up because I don't care. But this was as simple and fast. Again, lots of people that I'm excited to get Christmas cards from this year. See how they're doing. I need to touch base with some people after these last couple of crazy years. It's always hard when you see people that that are no longer married to each other in some of these Christmas cards. I don't know what happened here. Like I feel like I didn't finish it, but some years I get to these pictures sooner, and I always figure there's going to be a couple of stragglers, and apparently in this 2008 I didn't get enough stragglers to fill in this last page. So 2009 I used some more of that fun kind of prismatic paper, glittery paper, and just on a black page this time with the little prismatic. Aunt and uncle, all their kids and grandkids. So, I mean, lots of empty space. I wish I had something to go in there, but apparently I didn't. Cousins, friends. Sorry, I'm trying not to like look at my pictures while I show this to you. I just want to show you the layouts, just kind of the concept. I think you probably have got it by now, but just how fun it can be to flip through and see the progression of, you know, people and as they change. So 2010, that's actually the year we moved back to Alabama. That went really fast, you guys, from 1997 to 2010. The other 3 volumes of this book are just since I moved here to Alabama. So that's kind of fun. But definitely more of these big, you know, bigger cards, fit fewer on a page. I think these are just CM stickers, and I didn't do anything. I just left my page white. How retro of me. But, you know, the pictures themselves give a lot of color. And this one I kind of did just a collage. One of the things I love to do when I'm doing a collage is to try and have some straight lines, you know, kind of grid lines. So have things line up. I just think it makes it very visually pleasing to have kind of those grid lines. And I was able to mix in, you know, lots of different colors, lots of different friends, and then all these kind of random stickers. This one was super easy. All right, so that's, again, here I thought I was get some extra leftover pictures. This one, better late than never, and it was a happy Easter card. So that is volume 2, and I've got 3 more, but I think I'm going to end this now, and I'll film a separate video and post that in a couple of days, just to keep it, you know, to keep you guys with new things to watch rather than 1 hour-long video just looking at my old Christmas cards. So, all right. So thanks for watching the Christmas card video. Oh, I forgot. I was going to show you the, usually I try to get this done by like January, February. These are my cards from last year. So they're not done. So my goal is before the end of 2022 to get my 2021. Oh, this one says it was from 2020. Haha. So to get my cards done and caught up in the book. All right. So watch for, do I call it volume 2? Anyway, part 2 of my Christmas card photos album flip through. All right. Thanks. Merry Christmas and happy scrapbooking.